This episode is brought to you by our Patreon members. Sign up right now, patreon.com/VVC Life. And thank you to all of the patrons that have already signed up and are supporting us right now.
Underestimate the power of the dark side.
We are back.
Yes, sir.
The greatest podcast to ever be created in creation, where creators create. You know what I'm saying? I have the esteemed panel review gentleman in the building. You know what I'm saying? The God himself. You know what I'm saying? He existed before reviews. He will exist after reviews. He exists in all times. We got Movie Lingo in the building.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We got the raw fighting power of all fighters in the building. You know what I'm saying? Some people call him Bob Marley. Some people just call him a nigga with dreads. But we call him Movie Mike. He's in the building.
What's up?
What's good, Mike?
Just happy to be here to do another show.
That's what I'm saying. I've been excited, bro. Like so much on the docket. We're gonna talk about everything in their grandmama today. So make sure you buckle up and keep it locked in with us. Subscribe to the YouTube channel vvclife.com or youtube.com/VVC Life. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/VVC Life. You know what I mean? We'll have a Facebook page eventually for the show. But until then, just enjoy the randomness. Don't forget to follow Movie Lingo at Movie Lingo. And then Movie Mike. Yo, what's your handle is Movie Mike for Life?
On my Instagram it is, but I'm gonna actually the next video on the next show, I'm gonna definitely put the right lingo in there. But it is Movie Mike though. I think it is 88 though. I gotta double look at it.
So you can change it to whatever you want.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
JS1. Oh shit!
Oh.
That was surprise. I didn't see that coming from nowhere. A nigga from
What's up?
has jumped in here, man. Yeah.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, this dude has got 4 baby mamas and he don't claim none of them.
Oh no, I take care of them. I take care of mine. If you want to be that, I'm just like I take care of mine.
Okay.
I got great credit. I'll take shoot.
I got the good credit. Like that's
We out of here.
800 or better over here. 800 or better over here.
You're a real hero, man. You're a real hero.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, yo. You're a high quality man, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
We back, man. We back. So, like I said, don't forget to follow Dad Panther. I don't know where you would follow him.
I'm on everything. You just type it up, just see what comes up.
Right. Go to singledads.com. He's right there on the front page. Make it happen. Don't forget, we got a Halloween party this Tuesday. Right here. Not here, but on the indie show, doing a whole Halloween party. I do have a costume ordered. And I don't know. I may or may not have a wig. We don't know. We don't know what I have until you tune in. So make sure for the Halloween party, you guys are all invited. You can wear your costume, and then we will put you on the screen. Anybody with a costume, you can come and be a part of the party. We gonna be jamming and having a good time. So make sure you check that. Don't forget on the Christmas schedule. Christmas after the second week of December. All of the stuff you will see will be pre-recorded. So don't be thinking that I'm about to hit you back in the comment section. Just know that I'm going over here. So there will be a special Aries Lounge Christmas episode that will drop Christmas Day. I don't know whether it's going to be available to the public or Patreon because I don't know how nasty I really want to get. I'm really thinking about blowing some bubbles and some booty holes for Christmas. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, brother.
Tis the season. Tis the season.
Tis the season. Yeah, speaking of, don't forget to sign up for that Patreon right now. There's so much content going up. We're dropping literally new content every single day. There's stuff behind that paywall you will love. Not only stuff for the classes, but we got stuff for the regular common man. All it takes is five Fazules, gentlemen. Five Fazules, and you can access not only all of that content, but you also get into our Discord, and then you also get access to our exclusive RSS feed with audio only for our members. So sign up right now. Don't waste no time. Patreon.com/VVC Life. Follow us on all social media at VVC Life everywhere, or at whatever our ats are everywhere. That's how we do it. Right. I'm not about to continue to do all that. The media classes are jumping. Go sign up. Learn how to build your own platform. Not like this, but any way you want it. And then it's a 12-week course. All of that details are on patreon.com/VVC Life. So it is now time to move on to our first segment of the day. It's throwback tributes. All right. You know, gentlemen, while we were in pre-production, I totally forgot that the throwback the throwback review of this week is the movie that we supposed to be that we wanted to talk about. All right, I'm not really explaining this right. So the joint for the day, is this the right one? Oh no, hope I didn't fuck this up. Hold on, because there's a film. It came out a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and this film scared the shit out of me and a lot of white folks. So, like, you know what I'm saying? It immediately become a cultural classic. So make sure that you, if you haven't changed your diapers, change your diapers. Get ready. I'm about to be scared because I don't do horror movies. It's Candyman, man, from 1990.
Candyman. If you look in the mirror, you say his name 5 times.
In cities everywhere,
Candyman.
they whisper his name.
Right. Candyman.
It's just a story.
Candyman.
Candyman.
Just a ghost story.
Candyman.
An entire community starts attributing the daily horrors of their lives to a mythical figure.
The legend first appeared in 1890. He was attacked, mutilated, and burned to death. Poor Candyman.
Helen, a woman died in there. Leave it.
Everyone knows he isn't real.
That's modern oral folklore.
Everyone. Except Helen Lyle.
Bernadette.
It ain't safe around here.
I don't scare too easy. Wanna know about Ruthie Jean? They ain't never gonna catch him. Who? Candyman.
Who is that?
I came for you.
Do I know you?
Now she is about to discover
Helen? Get out! Get out!
what's behind the mystery.
I'm sick.
What's behind the legend.
Listen, he's under the bed.
And most terrifying of all,
Come with me.
what's behind the mirror.
He's here.
Candyman, you don't have to believe. Just beware.
I'm not talking. Take it away, movie lingo. This is all you.
Listen, we doing a review. We're just talking about the classic.
Yeah, we doing the review.
Okay, bet. So I was especially excited that we got to do this one because I don't actually watch horror films nowadays, but I did grow up on the classics. And one of the things I love about this one compared to all other ones is that it was definitely, even though it was a horror film, it was more of a psychological thriller. Like this Candyman made sure he found a way to really break you down and just really just bring you to nothing to make you vulnerable to what his goal was. And I just thought it was definitely well thought out, well written, and much different than any other thing in that genre.
So explain to me somebody that doesn't like horror and doesn't like a bunch of blood and stuff. There's blood and stuff. So
Right.
how do you reconcile that?
It's definitely tame compared to nowadays. Nowadays, like that's why I don't watch any of the horrors now, because it's just excessive and gory. What they did tastefully is basically it was all suggestive. You knew from the sounds you were getting and the lights flashing that somebody was getting messed up, but you didn't always see it. I mean, there was a couple of people that did get gutted, but it was within reason. It was tolerable. You know what I mean?
No, respect. Dad Panther, let's go.
I should have been watching this as a kid, to be honest. And but like what Eddie's saying is, what happens is you hear the sound, and so you kind of grab the couch a little bit, you kind of lean in closer because you know some shit's gonna happen. If there's a mirror, you know that they're gonna move for a second, come back to the camera, and bump, he's right there, or maybe he's in the mirror. So it was one of those things, especially being black. It was like you didn't think about Michael Myers or Freddie or all those other people. You looked at this dude because you lived in an area that was similar, and you looked at somebody who looked like you, and his thing was he did not discriminate. The other characters, you felt like you could be on a camping trip, and as soon as you see one chick drop, you're like, hey, listen, hey, I'm gone. No, we can go, let's go check. No, and you just take off. This is closer to home. So yeah,
that's true. Fucked up apartments in Chicago. Yeah, definitely. Home. You know what I'm saying? Movie Mike, what it is, man.
All right. Well, I was a late bloomer. I mean, I didn't introduce, I'm sorry, to Candyman because I didn't get to watch it growing up as a kid. And not to make y'all feel old as shit, I was born in '88, so this movie came out when I was still very little.
Damn.
So I didn't get to catch this when it came out. I watched it actually years later down the line when I was a little older, and to understand horror films and just films in general, to understand you got your jump scare stuff and you just got the over the top violent gore stuff, and like how like Movie Lingo said, it's more like a psychological kind of film. And like the one thing I did like about this film is, like you said, it's not too over the top with all the blood and gore, but I did love how it's like when you know something is about to go down, it still just like scares the shit out of you. And on top of that, even though they don't show much about it, it was like one of those things where it's like it's leaving something to the imagination, to where it's like somebody got fucked up in some kind of way. And it's like, even if you don't see it, it's like, do I even want to see it? Or do I just want to leave it based on what I just heard? So I'm gonna just probably, it's like some people will think it from that perspective. But also to Tony Todd, of course, who's always been known for being a good actor. But for me, and when I watched that film, it's like this dude's performance was already creepy enough. But for me, it was always that, like, his voice, that like low, deep bass in his voice. I'm like, yo, this dude, just the way he talks alone is already scaring the hell out of me, more than just him being there on camera. But again, overall and all, it's still a classic film to watch. Even like you say, some people still get creeped out to this day, and I even hear people all the day still saying, I don't know, like, I ain't gonna say no Candyman. I'm like, yo, come on, man, it ain't that scary. But of course, when you know people in the world are scared to do something like that, even though this is all just pure fiction, you know it turned out to be a really good movie.
Listen, I want to say this now, Movie Mike. If you did say it, I'm gonna kick you off the show.
I'm telling you, because I wasn't gonna say it. Like you see, I haven't said it. Like, I'm a grown ass man, but if we if there's a mirror,
I'm not saying it. I'm not fucking with it.
Maybe even
I don't blame you. I wouldn't say it, but at the same time, no, I get the reason why. Like, I feel you on why. Like don't say it, even if you don't even want. Don't risk it.
If you're curious, like when you go to the bathroom next time, anybody, like just mention it as you leave and see how many people just get the fuck up out of there and say, you know what, just in case, just in case. Let me get this up out of
no problems. Forget all of that.
Right.
All right. So give me your highs and lows. What is the best part of the movie for you, and then what is the worst part of the movie? Let's start with Dad Panther.
The best part of the movie, I didn't understand until I got older and watched it. It is the balance between the true stories that are in there and the stories that made this character based off gentrification, and just like you're watching the social class of predominantly white or people with money that come into this neighborhood. And this place is still here in Chicago. It's still just as run down for the most part. And the person who came up with the concept of the story, it was about socialism and classism. And then you take Todd, who was the actor in it, he actually was the one that came up with that origin story of the character that they put in the movie. Like, other than the budget being like short, they were this close to Candyman. Delete that. This close. See, you see what I'm saying? We're this close to having Eddie Murphy as the lead, actually, in 1992. So,
Wow.
yeah, the budget was too high. They couldn't afford him. So they went with Todd. But it just, as I got older, the best part of it was the true story that's in there when you go back and see that that's still timeless. Probably the worst part of the movie was, I don't know, I guess it kind of ended because you kind of wanted to see it, because it wasn't, at least to me, it wasn't the suffering necessarily of people that look like me, if that made sense.
Mm-hmm. No, I got you. Makes sense.
It was kind of like they shouldn't have been here to begin with.
God. All right, Mike. Give me your review. I mean, your highs, the highest point, and then the lowest points.
For highest point, I guess I would say is the one thing I do like. I can say highest point is as far as like when you find out the story about Candyman in the sense. Sorry, I didn't mean to say the name, but about him.
Hey,
when it's
okay,
like
wait, that's the second time now. We gotta. Hey.
Don't worry, I know I got 3 more times. I'm sorry, but like the main when you find out the story about him, it's like this dude is not like how Lingo was talking about. This is not like a Michael Myers like psychotic murderer who wanted to just go around killing people. This was a man who actually had a talent of being like a good artist and was just living his life by just doing what he loved, and he was just murdered. So it's like I don't blame him for being the way he turned out to be and doing what he did. So that was one thing I can do say I loved a lot about this film, because like you said, most horror films is always a guy who just obsessed with killing and like seeing people in that image of being like killed in X, Y, and Z. So that's one of the things I do. I can say is like the high point I like about this film as far as him. As far as a low point, I don't really think I had one, to be honest. I wouldn't say the movie's perfect, but I wouldn't say I had nothing like a flaw of any kind towards the film. But that's just me.
All right, movie lingo, let's go.
All right, so not to bite off everybody else, but the high for me was definitely the origin story. But for the most part, the biggest thing about the origin story is that he lived one way, and they changed the narrative and made him out to be something else, and that's exactly what he did to the lead here. And I thought that was just poetic, how he was like, I'm a victim, and now I'm of this situation where somebody changed my narrative. Now I'm gonna fuck with you and change yours. And she was not that person that she was portrayed to be, but she ended up in these scenarios where nobody believed her. And I just thought that was like just the perfect balance. That was real high for me. As far as the lows, I mean, I have to bite off of the Dad Panther again, where that it ended, because I felt like there was a lot more people that deserved to get messed up in this movie.
Not enough murder.
Not enough.
Okay. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, jump in the comment section. Tell us how you feel. You know what I'm saying? We got to move on. So the next thing is our introduction to anime, brought to us by our PhD professor, Movie Mike for Life. Can you run down what anime film we're going to talk about real quick, and then I'll play the trailer.
The anime that I picked personally is it's a modern one that came out started back in like 2019. It's called Demon Slayer. For those who do not know what that is, I'm sure some people probably have seen it already, but for those who don't, it's a simple action, like not really horror, but more like action anime about a boy named Tanjiro who was a normal, nice kid who ends up coming home one day from doing his job and comes to find out his family was murdered by a demon, but of course he doesn't see it. And like literally all his family was killed, and like his mom and his siblings and X, Y, and Z. And of course, only one of his siblings actually survived the accident. But the demon that attacked her, she doesn't fully become a demon. She becomes like a half human, half demon in a way. Like she still has human traits, but most of it is like demon traits as well, because it's like the way they treat these demons in this show is she can't go like out into the sunlight. And of course, she has like the demon strengths of like being able to help him when he goes out to do what he has to do. Because when he found out what happened to her, he wanted to help her, but he felt like there was nothing he could do. And then like he joins this organization called the Demon Slayer Corps. and they are this organization that is specially trained in killing demons. And each person in this organization has like special traits, and they can each kill these demons in their own specific ways. Then it's like everyone is always going to do something different than the last. But it's also a good one that I do recommend to anybody who ain't never been into anime.
All right, I'm gonna play this quick trailer and then we'll be right back. That's interesting. There were no words.
Okay.
I took the words out on purpose.
All right, good. So my next question is this: why did you recommend this? What makes this so good?
Well, like I said, if it's a short one so far for the first season, it's only 26 episodes. So it's like I said, for anybody who ain't never been into anime, because there are other animes out there in the world that are a hell of a lot longer than this one. Like we was talking about the other day, me and Isaac was talking about how One Piece has over 1,000 episodes, and hella other animes got like damn near 200 to 300. So this is a pretty short, straight to the point one, so to speak. So it's like that's one reason right there. So it's not that many. So it's like if you don't have the time to sit down and put in to watch all these fucking episodes of a show, this is a pretty short one to get into. That's one reason. And it's just overall, it's a simple, easy story. So it's not too hard to follow, and it's not not too complicated. So that's another thing too, because some people seem to get confused about anime as well. Because they like the one thing I've learned from watching anime is like for those who also don't know, anime is based off of like a Japanese book called a manga, and it's like I guess you could say like a Japanese comic book in a sense. So basically what they do is it's just like how they do here in America when they make Marvel and DC stuff. They'll take a movie, or they try to make a movie based off these books and X, Y, and Z. But to be honest, anime is more actually book based on than what you see compared to like how they do adaptations from comic books. But I really just say it's just an overall good one. The animation is good, the action is fun, and it's not too over the top, and it's not too bloody for people who don't like blood and all that kind of stuff, even though it's action based. But like I said, it's just all a good one. That's just a tryout.
Okay, all right. Anybody else seeing the show and have anything else to add?
Absolutely. I feel like the characters you can get attached to them really easily. The connection with with the lead and his sister, she, even though she's half demon and she's got the powers and all this, there's still a part of her that they connect. They still got that bond. And so the characters you end up, even the characters that come along to join them, they all have their quirks and they all may be a little weird, but just every single character you find a way to get motivated or attached to them, and you start rooting for them.
Yeah, I'll jump on that at the same thing. It's characters you feel connected to. Unfortunately, with Loki, you're invested in the story. The animation is smooth. I don't know if they're doing like the opening scene where he's coming down the mountain with the snow and how it just cuts in between. It's so smooth. And it's also intelligent because there's some shows kind of like Naruto is one of them. One Piece does it a lot as well, where you'll fight an enemy and it's more than just them fighting. They have an ability or a power. And so if you think, similar like the Pokemon, if you think that you're going up against someone who's water or the arts form or whatever the case is, it's that detail. And then you got a character that looks like Michael Jackson as the main villain. I mean, you checking off all the boxes.
He really does.
And he in the third season, and it's pop culture that a lot of people with anime are jumping into, especially younger people, where maybe us being older, at least some of us, it wasn't talked about in school. Like it was kind of like the nerdy people did it. And then you got older, you realize, yo, this was fire. Like, why did I not watch this? But the younger generation are jumping in head first. And that's why something like this, you got people dressing like the characters on Halloween. So yeah, it's a good one to watch if you're not in anime.
All right, let's move on to my second favorite segment of this show.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm black.
All right. You know what you down. All right, so in our segment, we got the greatness in black film. And of course, since our guy passed, I was like, bro, we got to talk about some Shaft. So my guy, he's going to break it down for y'all. Let's go.
So what if I told you the role in the movie Shaft almost looked very, very different? You see, when the idea of the movie Shaft came along, MGM Studios didn't know if the southern states would be able to take a main lead black man in an action movie. So they came with the bright idea of hiring Michael Murphy, who had appeared in the movie Brewster McCloud as a detective named Shaft. And they would make the new Shaft movie a spinoff of Brewster McCloud, but use the plot of the Shaft novel. Yeah, how many of you actually realized that Shaft was a novel before it was a movie? Thankfully, Murphy turned it down. And when Gordon Parks became attached to direct, MGM finally relented to his demands of wanting a black man in the lead role. Enter the iconic Richard Roundtree, who went on to be known as the first black action hero. Shaft went on to be one of only 3 movies that MGM released that year to make a profit and save the studio from bankruptcy. Along with his numerous awards and accolades, Richard Roundtree was actually nominated for a Golden Globe for Best New Rising Star and became one of the first black men to be a lead in his own franchise. Now that's a bad mother.
Shut your mouth. Talking about Shaft.
I didn't know he had a book. You know what I mean? That was all this information. Now I'm about to go buy me some Shaft books. Pause. I'm just selling. I didn't know how to. So let's move on. Lingo, you had some special information about one of the movies we were reviewing today. Take it away.
Yeah, so since we're acknowledging black excellence in film, the movie that we actually reviewing today, The Burial, starring Jamie Foxx and Tommy Lee, was actually directed by a black female named Maggie Betts. Maggie Betts is she's an American screenwriter and film director. She was born and raised in New York, and she attended Princeton University, and she got a Bachelor of Arts and English Lit. But for some reason, she is now, after making a documentary that went viral in the Sundance Film Festival called Nova Ship. It's about some nuns that she got the opportunity to really hit Hollywood, and they gave her this opportunity, and I feel like she knocked it out of the park. So shout out to Maggie Betts.
Okay. That's black history, my people. Keep watching black films. Let's move on to my next favorite segment. Let's take it away. All right. Christopher Nolan is in talks to direct two James Bond films. Gentlemen, how do you feel about this major historical, creative, crazy motherfucker taking the reins of James Bond? And I think it's disrespectful to just do 2. If you want to do 2, you might as well do 6. I mean, like, you got to give me a trilogy, baby. You can't just come in and then tickle my balls and then just run off, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That's not going to work. So, where you going? How do y'all feel about this? And are we going to jail? Who's getting locked up again? Come on, Mike.
It's movie Mike again, man.
It's about that time again. It's about that time.
I don't know if it's an ambulance or if it's the cops, but at the same time, I ain't worried about it. I ain't did shit. I'm in here doing a podcast video, so I ain't do nothing.
Like if you watch Black Watch Theater around this time, it's the same thing. Somebody dying at the same time every night.
So let me jump on this one first, though. I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought. So what we talking about again?
Rich. Sorry, I'm about to say
Christopher
Richard
Nolan
Ramsey.
doing
Okay,
the James Bond flicks.
Yeah, so I think that's phenomenal news. I think the one thing that the last few films, even though I've enjoyed them all, I just felt like after a while, as far as the director aspect, it kind of lost its flair. I mean, we were getting good story and we were getting good acting, but from a director standpoint, they started kind of becoming mundane. And so I'm very interested to see how Christopher Nolan and his crazy imagination is going to approach this mega franchise and try and elevate it and give us something to get excited about again.
I agree. Movie Mike, what's up?
Similar to what Lingo said, but also I am really curious about this because the one thing I do like about Christopher Nolan is, like, from his standpoint, like when the way he did the Dark Knight trilogy, instead of it being, it's like, even though we all know Batman is a comic book character, but at the same time, he didn't make those films like an actual like comic book sort of thing. It's like he made as if it was like Batman was a real life hero in the world, to where it's like it's not too what we were used to growing up and all that kind of stuff. It was more like like in a real life standpoint. So I am interested to see what he has in mind for James Bond, because we all know James Bond was always a good character, and for him to take over, I actually am interested in seeing how this is going to play out.
Okay, Dad Panther.
It looks good. I mean, even if we get a movie where it's just sound and it's nothing, but the fact that it's just you can hear his cufflinks, you just hear the shots, and there's no spoken words. But I mean, it takes the series to another level with the fact that you have this critically acclaimed director to go ahead and look at some. I'm glad it's 2 movies, because I think it allows other people to come in and kind of add their spin on it without it getting stale. But it's also a good thing for the franchise, because they were having some issue with the families, having like who's going to write the book, who's going to star in it. So hopefully they're on one page. So,
all right. And that was for talking crazy right there. You watch yourself there, buddy. All right, so let's move on to the next thing. Who's the actual villain and the best man? Who is the,
like I said in the group chat, all 3.
Okay, but listen, if you had to pick one,
you to pick one.
Pick one?
I'm saying my choice is Harper. My choice is
I'm gonna
Harper.
go Harper. Damn, Harper messed up. He did that. What the fuck
he
is
messed
that
up the
smell?
most.
Yeah.
Okay, Harper did mess up, but I would still say I would still go. I'm gonna have to go with Lance.
Wow,
I mean, if you just think of it from this perspective, the whole thing started because of what he did back when they was in college. If he hadn't cheated back then to lead all this to what it led to, none of this would have really happened. That's the only reason why I said that. Because if you think about it, when Mia confessed about what happened in the second film, she said the reason why she always knew all the times he kept cheating on her. Yeah, she could have went out and did it to some random dude, but again, she just felt that wasn't enough. This is why we feel where she falls into being the victim as well. You chose not only to get. I'm sorry, the villain. I'm sorry. This is where she fell into being the villain. Not only do you choose to cheat back on your husband or your boyfriend, well, now he was your husband. Not only do you choose to cheat back on him, but then you choose to do his best friend of all people. Then, this is where I say Harper is the villain, because not only did you partake in it, and Lance is supposed to be your boy for the past like 20 plus years, not only did you do it, then your dumb ass gonna go out and write a book about it, and then gonna try to make it seem like, oh, I want to release this book after they get married, air out the dirty laundry, and hoping now that they done got married, ain't nothing gonna happen. This is why I said this is like how I triggered all 3 of them being the villain in the sense. But I understand everybody has their own preference. Some people may not see it that way, but
we talking about the same movie still,
right? You literally said it out loud, where towards the end you should have went back and said, "Oh yeah, you're right, Harper did." Yeah, this man.
I'm just saying. I'm just like pointing in that
and landed on it. Like, I'm sorry, I was writing a book and I slipped and I fell in it, and I got an inspiration for a book and I put it out. Like, come on. Even if you watch the new series that came out, he's still doing wrong.
I'm interested to see the comments what people say.
I'm always going to say me is the villain. You can't get mad at putting somebody in a compromising position, and him finding a therapeutic way of releasing everything and dealing with everything that he was forced to keep inside. He was
Damn, that's what he wants to. That's what he wants to do with it. It's leading into the movie, you know, Burn, because you should honestly be a lawyer at this point. Jury, listen to me. Can I talk to you for a moment?
Yeah, I just need to talk to you.
He needed therapeutic help.
Yeah, he needed to get it out of his system.
He needed to release. Can I get an amen? Release.
And yearning for this woman and wanting this woman, but having to allow her to leave to be with her best friend. So that she can live her best life on the high heel, on the lap of luxury, driving past cars, living in big old houses. Where you live, up in the hood, where you live with a secondary chick, you could have had her, you could have been up, you could have been in, you could have been good. So man had to take that from her and put her on a hill in a gilded cage away from man, away from your hands. All right, stop. I'm sorry.
Hey, you come down to Sunday service right after brunch. Come down right after brunch. We got endless mimosas and karaoke. So
right.
Come through.
I got carried away.
Yo, I can't argue with that.
All right, let's just move on.
All right, we got to.
All right. Sylvester Stallone seriously thought Rambo First Blood was going to ruin his reputation. So it wasn't being a complete fucking idiot of a boxer. You didn't think that would ruin your reputation, but this would? Okay, all right, whatever. All right. He was so worried that the night before he was set to start filming, he considered actually injuring himself in a way that could have destroyed his action movie career.
You know, Sylvester Stallone, even though he was very insecure, I mean, so he was psyching himself out of everything and chasing down stuff that he thought Arnold Schwarzenegger was interested in, you know, and Arnold Schwarzenegger was playing them by dropping fake information about movies that he knew was gonna suck, and Judge Dredd, and Sylvester Stallone was chasing those down. So I'm not surprised that he was all, you know, doubting himself, because he was always one step behind Arnold, and you know. I mean, I respect it. He was a great talent, great action hero for our time, but he was always one step behind Arnold. That was always in the back of his mind. So that made him just be all in his head.
My question is, why would you be jealous of somebody when you can write and he can't? Arnold could barely speak fucking English. Like, you know what I'm saying? He did have on-screen presence, but I think Sylvester Stallone was always a great actor. Nobody plays dumb that well. I'm sorry. Like it's easy to play smart. It is hard to truly for me to watch you and think you're truly retarded, and then you can speak in full sentences when they say cut. So I think that's amazing. So yeah, like for him to write scripts, you know, develop them, which is a whole different talent, and then be the lead in it. I mean, that puts you on a different path. So that's a whole different level of insecurity. But
yeah, for real.
Anybody else got anything to say before we move on?
I mean, the only thing I can say from that is like the Rocky
this is just
series
a quick.
that he
This
has.
is just a.
I mean,
go ahead.
Like, look at what he did with Rocky. I mean, even to the point where he was jealous of the fact of giving it to a new breed with Creed and him wanting to be a part of that series. And they kind of say, hey, you know, kind of play back and that. So, I mean, everything happens for a reason. You know, if he doesn't do the movie, who knows where he would have went. So I just think, you know, he's one of those people that you'll talk about as one of the action heroes in the 80s and 90s. So
I mean, I know we're not trying to get all off track, but I got a rebuttal for that. I think it was necessary for him to help that transition, because if we just would have came with just Creed, with no Sylvester, no Rocky character, no Balboa,
I wouldn't have with it that much.
Right. A lot of people would have immediately been like, oh, this is just some bootleg rip-off, spinoff, and they wouldn't have came in with that investment from the history of the Rocky franchise. So I thought it was necessary, and I like the fact that he came heavy, and then they slowly brought him out, and now we got this new franchise. So I think it was necessary.
Well, just to keep going with that one, on that last one, he wanted to do more. They didn't let him. He didn't even get a chance to see the script. They were almost done with everything, and he's like, y'all don't want me to come by, just, and they're like,
oh, they did them like Disney did with Lucas after they bought Star Wars, right?
Pretty much. We got enough old white guys. We're fine. We're all stocked up on.
We'll take the keys from here. We got it.
Yeah, we got that shit. We good.
You go retire now.
All right, let's move on. Eyes Wide Shut is nothing short of controversial for its explicit scenes of secret cult and multiple moments of full nudity from its A-list stars. But this movie has way more sex to it than a bunch of sex. But this movie has
And I felt like it was holding back.
than a bunch of sex.
I felt like they was holding back.
Agreed.
I think it might at this point. It seems like it was based on a true story. So
I feel like they were like in the cutting room going, "Is this full porn?" Because
Right.
I'm like, I thought we were trying to do a movie here. Like, if this is
Right.
what we need is Tom Cruise cock and balls going into his wife. I mean,
basically,
Is there a director's cut out there? Because I only saw it when it was dropped in theaters. I hadn't seen it since.
I'm gonna look it up just because that sounds like a great idea.
could you do that movie now?
Absolutely.
Hell no.
Because 50 Shades is what people thought they wanted. They wanted
No.
something like this with 50 Shades. And a lot of
I
people
think that
felt like
movie.
50
I think
Shades
that
wasn't
movie
enough.
would actually get more eyes on it nowadays with the freedom we got on the screen.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit.
If you say it's just on Pornhub.
They have another version that
Uh-oh.
that I guess. Oh damn, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to watch that. Where's my lube at?
Oh shit! Can you imagine the editing team? The one guy at home by himself editing, like, I'm gonna look at this just a little bit longer. The right scene.
Oh my god,
Oh my
that's
God.
crazy. All right, let's move along from this nastiness and let's go to something wholesome.
What do you think of that thing?
Oh, loved it. That's a true story, by the way.
The Charlie Murphy story?
Oh, yeah, that's real.
So you guys got together and you guys play basketball?
Oh, definitely.
And you got game?
Oh, definitely. And he don't.
And he don't.
Yeah. And be honest, it ain't that I'm that great. He's just so bad.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Did you have pancakes afterwards?
Well, I didn't make them, but we had pancakes. Yeah. No, I loved it. It was good. You know, what was cool, too, is Dave came over. He came to one of my shows after, and he's going, did you see the skit? I said, yeah, come on, sit down. And then we're just sitting, chilling, and we've been there like 2-3 hours, whatever.
Right.
And then out of nowhere, I just said, Dave, want some pancakes?
Yo, that's phenomenal, man.
Rest in peace, Frank.
Anything to say?
I mean, I'm jealous of Dave Chappelle. I'll say that. He have that kind of connection and relationship with Prince. That's something that not a lot of people can say.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. That is such a
True.
fact. All right, anybody else?
It was a good
Moving
moment.
on.
I'm good on that one.
Right. The future of the film industry rests here.
Indie films are the future. Hollywood has become so dependent on pre-existing IPs, and Steven Spielberg, he called it, it's imploding because it can't sustain itself on this model of spending $300 million on a film, doing 150 worldwide. That's not a sustainable model. So what's going to happen is it's going to collapse, it's going to implode. Writers and actors fighting for residuals on the streaming, which they're going to get a percentage of. That's going to significantly cut into your profit margin. So what is it that you can do now? You have to dial it back. So who's going to win is the people that can prove, hey, you give me 200,000, you give me 2 million, I'll make you 20 million. I'll make a product that is going to rival. It might not make $1 billion, but it's going to be profitable. You know.
Let's go, people.
I hope it does. We're watching now.
Okay, I actually didn't get to see that one because it froze on my end. I couldn't even get to see the whole clip of what that was. It just froze on my end.
Uh-oh.
Lingo, break it down.
The internet, Joe. So basically, the video was talking about how the Hollywood industry, the way that they're doing things now, how much they're spending, they're not making that money back. It's not profitable, and you got people that are fighting to get paid more, and that's not happening either. So who's going to be successful? The people on the indie level who can take, a micro budget, 200,000, 2 million, and then bring the studio 20 million or more, and that way it's profitable. And that's so eventually you're going to see indie films start to rise, and that's basically what the video was saying.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
all right, Lingo, as a movie maker, how do you feel about it?
I absolutely agree 1,000,000%, because if there's one thing that I've learned how to do in these years is actually make a quality product out of little to nothing. And once once somebody gets to see that, hey, this costs damn near nothing and it can still turn, double digits in the millions. I feel like, once Hollywood and the whole industry really starts paying attention to that, sky's the limit. But that now the standard for what's accepted, it has decreased, but that is going to change again, because once Hollywood starts going indie, there's still, you're still gonna have to elevate your game in order to get out there. But I still feel like that knowledge is sound.
Okay, I'm with that. And last but certainly not least, the nerds are out of the cage, and Picard got something to say.
I would like to make a Picard film. I think that everything we did, particularly in the last season, in the last season, was a great launch pad for a possible Picard style movie. And I think this is a good time to do it. And it could have a really great impact worldwide. And then we can pull the curtain. We'll see. My one obsession is I must stay well. And so that's what I do, which is why in a few minutes I shall be hitting the road outside.
Damn.
Picard, sit your old ass down.
Shots fired.
Boy, what's wrong with you?
He shot out the coffin.
You know what? Hold on, movie lingo. Yo, Dick Gregory got something to say to you, my brother.
You have to stop. Y'all keep talking. Huh? You keep talking, man. And you shut the fuck up.
Right.
I remember that one.
Well, yeah,
you didn't like the series? you don't like the Picard series?
Loved it. The fuck they got to do with the price of tea in China? I don't know.
So you don't want more? You don't think a movie? Oh damn! I actually would like to see a movie. I want to write it myself though.
Whoa! You're gonna pay $15.99 times 2 to go and watch Picard in the theaters versus just waiting for it to come on streaming and watching it in the crib.
Well, I never said I was going to go to the theater watch it. Plus, let's not forget my AMC. But I mean, we just watched the movie we're reviewing today. Was a stream. So I mean, why can't we get a movie? All he said was there needs to be a Picard movie, and I'm with that.
Give me another season.
Okay, I'll take that too.
Give me another season. It's way more. It's way more show to watch, and
absolutely,
it lowers the bar of expectation, meaning y'all can spend more time writing a good story and giving something entertaining to watch, and less work on him so he won't die in the process.
Damn, I don't know.
Anybody else? Anybody else want to jump in? No. Wow,
they leaving that Picard stuff.
I mean, I ain't really got much to say on it because, I mean, me personally, I don't have anything against Star Trek. I just never could get into it. I was always more into Star Wars. That's just my opinion.
All right.
Nothing personal.
I don't feel no kind of way about it. All right, it's time to move on to the reason why us Negroes are here. Not for him. Hey, get your ass out of here. Yo, see, black people always trying to sneak into some shit. So, movie review time. Sorry, wrong button.
In my ear, make my troubles disappear.
All right, the movie of tonight is The Burial.
How y'all doing? All of y'all that don't know who I am, my name is Willie Gary.
Willie Gary.
Willie Gary.
William Gary. Never heard of him. What's so special about this guy, anyway?
Litigation is war. It's a battle. Bam! And I'm not talking about no bullshit either. I'm talking about some Jean-Claude Van Damme ass-kicking shit.
Truth is, I may have gotten myself into a lot of trouble.
I've been your lawyer 30 years. We can find a way out of it.
You've never sued anybody before in your whole life.
This fella tried to bully me out of business, and I don't think I should be expected to stand for it.
Mr. Gary hasn't lost a case in over 12 years.
You suggesting I hire this guy as one of my lawyers?
Yes. Y'all come on in.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Gary. Let me introduce you to my comrade.
How do you feel about working with black folk?
I suppose I am a little bruises.
Did you meet my team?
I'm Chris.
Sean.
That's Douglas. Gentlemen.
He's suing us?
He's suing us? We are a $500 million corporation.
So, how much money y'all trying to get?
$8 million.
That ain't enough money. $100 million.
Who is this clown he's hired as a lawyer?
You'll fight a man. What made you want to do it?
Because he tried to mess with the one thing that means the most to me in life, being able to leave something behind for my grandchildren.
Let's play some music.
Sun is shining, sky is blue.
Her name is Mame Downs. Graduated top of her class from Harvard Law School. They had a nickname for her around the office. The Python.
I wouldn't get too used to me being kind to you, Mr. Gary. Once we begin that trial, I'm gonna destroy you.
Can't you see that we're golden?
We don't have a snowball's chance in hell of winning this case.
Just trust me, okay? I may have found something.
What does it feel like? One small-time nobody on the verge of bankruptcy.
Walking tall, full of
What if I don't win and I let all these people down?
You have been trying to turn this into your own one-ring.
For the review, I felt my life draining from my body. So we got to talk about The Burial. Definitely on Prime. Shout out to Amazon Prime for having everything. When you saw, all right, so how many people saw this?
I watched it.
Mike,
I didn't get to watch it yet. Not yet. Because honestly, I didn't know it was a movie. I thought it was a TV series at first.
Well, yeah, Mike. When I hear that, it means that you definitely should have gotten through it then, because it's a lot shorter than a series.
Like, I just
you started the first episode. You've been like,
no, I figured that.
That's it. It's over.
Like, when the next episode coming out?
I'm gonna definitely watch it though.
Next episode with Tommy Lee Jones' kids running the shop.
When y'all saw the trailer, what were your how were you feeling when you saw the trailer, Lingo and Panther?
For me, I don't look at it as deep as Lingo over here, but the cast drew me in.
That sounded like a shot fired.
No. What I mean is, people who create to that level, they see things differently from someone like me that's casual, who might not know the director, the scene change, none of that. I love true stories. The cast that you had, Jamie Foxx, I mean, legendary. Like, at this point, what he's done with his career, from everything from comedy to music to this, like, so when I first saw that trailer, it already had me in. It had a certain look to it. So I was already excited to watch it from the jump. And there hasn't really been a lot of movies that's got my attention. Would I've gone to the theater for it? But $3.99.
So let me jump in. Yeah, so I do my best not to watch trailers. So that was actually my first time seeing the trailer just now. And I'm actually glad, because I went in blind and I actually really enjoyed the movie. So I don't watch trailers.
All right, so we watched the trailer the first time on a Black Nerd podcast some time ago, probably a few months ago.
Okay.
I'm a Jamie Foxx fan. I'm a law procedural fan. Not Law and Order type bullshit. But thank you, sir. And don't forget to get you a Black Nerds t-shirt so you can get a shirt like this, or you can get a hoodie just like that. My man's got it. Appreciate you. Support VVC merch. So anyway, and I am a fan of Amazon Prime. I think if you really dig into Amazon Prime, they have some of the best TV shows and films that I've ever seen as far as streaming goes. They really rival Netflix. Netflix does things on a creative level that I've never seen before that makes it phenomenal. But Amazon is not afraid to put money behind some creative stuff. So I was just excited. So let's get into the highs and lows. Dad Panther, you go first this time. What are your highs and lows of the film?
The highs, I'm not gonna even try to say her name. The lawyer that Jamie Foxx was up against, I felt like she was the high of the movie. I thought the
She gave
director as
you a
well.
rise. Ended up pitching a tent.
I mean, anything she does is gold. Like she did a show they canceled where there were slaves. If I know people don't want to watch that kind of trauma stuff, but she acted her behind off. And so in this one, I felt like the director did such a good job of making it where they were able to tell that story of race and classism without shoving it down your throat. A lot of movies, sometimes you watch a movie and they're telling you this is what we talking about, political and this, and they let you know, and even dumbed it down and talked to the audience to let you know when that lawyer was like, yeah, our lawyer's black, they went and got a black one and a woman at that. And so I thought I thought it was very smart of how they played everything out.
I love that. All right, Mike. Excuse me, movie lingo. I apologize.
Yeah, no problem.
What's your perspective?
For me, the highs in this one were the actual reality of the judicial system isn't really about what's factual. It's really just about what you can get everybody to jump on board with. And I love that was how he won the craziest case in the opening sequence, and then and basically how he had to unlearn that in order to actually get some real evidence in order to be successful later. So for me, it was that whole journey of like showing that the system is flawed. All you got to do is get everybody on the bandwagon. But then there's also the point where you actually need to really get down and do some lawyer work.
I got you. Lowest point.
You want me to take lowest point?
Yeah, take lowest point.
Okay, so the lowest point for me was that it was a true story based on true events. I know the Dad Panther say he likes true stories, but I hate how we always get bogged down. You're anchored. There's only so much you can do, and I get it. You're just trying to tell what happened, but we know it's loosely based. So I would have liked a little bit more fiction. It was just so simple and just straight plain Jane. That was a low for me. No. I know you're not gonna get twist and turn out of a story like this, but I just wanted a little bit more pop to it, a little bit more moments, but nothing.
Dad Panther, you got something? You got any lows?
I really didn't have a low of it other than maybe the pacing of it was. I mean, once it started and you picked up on it, like you said, it was a little predictable how things went. When Tommy Lee goes up, you know he's gonna get cooked. And you're watching that, but I think even other parts where you knew they were going to use that Tony song in it, they were going to come back with it and hit this old man, feel good. I'm like, can somebody get him to do the rhythm? That's the thing. That's probably the low. The low was Tommy. Here, that's the low. The low was Tommy in the motherfucking plane. Listen here, he's in the plane. It feels good. Yeah, see how you could do it. Everybody feels good. Tommy Lee was like, "Feel good,
feels good,
feel good,
feels good."
Couldn't get it right. So if you wanna hear a song like "Hurt," "Pain," listen to Tommy Lee rendition. Butcher that like I did that word. That's the low for me. Tommy singing that song.
All right. That's some disrespectful shit y'all just did.
Listen, maybe it happens when you get old. Maybe I'll be sitting there with my tea and my 855 credit, like feel good, feel good, with a pen in my hand. What for? I got that much money coming to me. I'm gonna be like James Brown coming up to the mic. Feel good. I'll just
it feels good. Yeah. It feels good.
You're doing better than he was doing. That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, just what
you
you're
have
doing
a
way
rhythm
better.
to it.
Good.
He was sounding like hospice. Like
you get better. When you got the pen, it helps you get better. You know.
The hospice.
He had the pen and he still couldn't get it right. Unplug him at that point.
So my highs and lows high point is Jamie Foxx, high point is the young lady lawyer, high point is the light bouillonnaise of racism that was lightly seasoned throughout it. The beautiful garnish of comedy. You know what I'm saying? Some very great lawyer banter. The pacing was definitely a plus for me. I didn't get bored. It didn't get bogged down in certain areas to where I started getting bored and like, oh my God, we're still here. Like, I think everybody was given an opportunity to really shine. I feel like Jamie Foxx came in the room and put gas on the whole goddamn movie and lit everybody on fire and had everybody working at their best. I mean, you can see that people just light up when he's in the room and they tend to give a better performance. Tommy Lee Jones, I think, was perfect. We are in an age of oddball pairings in movies. I would have never said, yo, I want to see Tommy Lee Jones and Jamie Foxx in a film. But when I see these two together, I'm like, yo, this is such a beautiful marriage. And I feel like they do such a great job together. And I really feel like you see Jamie Foxx around Tommy Lee Jones, and he's just soaking up all of that movie knowledge. My lows are, it could have been maybe 15 to 30 minutes shorter. My lows is, I feel like there was some moments they could have leaned into a little bit more as far as some moments of racism. I don't want to say specifically which, where they kind of like, it was a huge bomb dropped and they just glazed over that shit and went right on to the next thing. And it was just kind of like, wait a minute, whoa. Like we stop and really dig into this, but they didn't have time. So it was just kind of like, let's drop this huge shit bomb and then let's just move on. Clean up on aisle 7. All right, everybody look this way. All right, now we go and clean that shit up, and we just kept it moving. So outside of that, the wrap up at the ending was very Hallmark Channel. But something I did love is when they rolled the credits, you got to see the real guy and you got to see his plane.
I love seeing that.
Beautiful connection. And I had one little tear run down. And because I am old, I like seeing old people be old in films. So like that was great towards the end. So with that being said, loved it, man. One thing I wish I did say, I wish Jamie Foxx had smashed the opponent lawyer. I was kind of looking for that to happen, but you know, he was a good man. So
I love that didn't happen in the movie, because I feel like that would have been like the obvious thing, like when they sat down at dinner and it was the respect, like two people, Black people, African American, can sit here in their profession, and when they're sitting back talking about, hey, what would be your dream job? Who would you defend? Because the OJ trial was the conversation then. And so to have that in the movie, I thought that was great. Or even the fact where they went to the angle for the female lawyer, like, oh, Black woman just mad. And they had that conversation right there, but they didn't sprinkle it where they beat it over your face. You saw what it was, it was.
All right. Everything he's saying is 100% right. And I apologize, but I still wanted to see him fuck her. But
you must stop, bro.
You're a human being.
I mean, a man could dream. You could dream. Exactly. Just like some people dreaming that Heist 88 was actually worth something. Oh, you think I was gonna let that slide?
No, I was ready to bring that back up too. I'm wait on Mastermind to get in this thing.
They shooting up in here.
Oh, made you look.
They shooting up in here. Boy, I swear to God, boy. Oh my God. All right.
You can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here, because he ain't like any of the other niggas around here. You got it?
You know what I'm saying?
Good.
All right. So does this have
that song should have been on the Heist 88 soundtrack? Tommy Lee Jones. Feels good. No beat, just him and a pen.
Oh my God. All right, let's move on. Does this have replay value? Yes or no? Lingo?
No.
All right. Well, Mike ain't see it.
You want my explanation?
Yeah, right. Panther? No, I don't want no explanation. Panther, yes or no?
No.
Thanksgiving at the family function, replay, acceptable. All right. Would you recommend this to a friend? Lingo?
Yes.
Panther?
Yep, hands down.
All right. What was the last question? Recommend it to a friend. Fuck it. Let's move on to our last segment of the night. All right, let's get to our first trailer of the night. And where are we?
I'm watching
And
trailers now.
Well, sir, there's no easy way to say this. Your wife isn't who she says she is.
Let me tell you what I see. I see a woman who outsmarted 2 kidnappers.
Are you okay, ma'am?
Never do you mention she is a tiger.
She's claiming it never happened.
Never what now?
She's a wolf in sheep's clothing, that one.
Honestly, I'm embarrassed by all the fuss.
There is no one on God's green earth who is a greater enforcer of the laws of this land than Roy Tillman.
Why do I feel like there's a butt here?
But
You got any weaponry back there?
Got an air horn? All you people sneaking around here pretending you're so nice, but I know who you really are.
That don't sound accurate.
I'm a winner!
Yeah, my ASS. Better sleep with both eyes open.
Cut it out, cut it out, cut it out! It's good to see you again, Mrs. Lyon.
That wasn't me.
First of all, I recognize you. You were kidnapped. And for the record, that's just reality.
With all due respect, we've got our own reality.
You can't.
What?
That's not a thing.
FX's Fargo premieres November 21st on FX. Stream on Hulu.
I mean, that last conversation couldn't have been more accurate. A black person trying to get white people to be in the real reality, but they got their own. But I'll leave that alone. That's a whole other show. Okay, but hey, this actually looks intriguing. It's more like if Home Alone was R-rated, kind of vibes, So I'm down to watch it. Fargo, every time they come back with something, it's always it's weird, but it's always worth it.
Mm-hmm. Panther.
I've never seen any Fargo anything, so I haven't. It's always on the list to watch. I never saw the original. I didn't see. I guess it was a series reboot.
There was a series back about 10 years ago.
Maybe I had to do it, but
this motherfucker. I'm sorry,
but the cast looked good. It looked good. I don't normally do trailers, but here we are. But yeah, I never saw it.
And you call yourself a movie reviewer? You call yourself a thespian?
Listen, did I not review a few movies since we've been here? That's all you need on a resume. That's all you need on. Hey, at least I saw every movie we talked about today. I'm just saying. I'm here.
Oh, that's shots fired again.
I mean, we checking resumes. I think we're collectively bringing something to the table. That's what it is.
You haven't seen Fargo. I have a problem.
Did Mike see it? If Mike saw it, he's bringing in that balance that I dropped the ball on.
So
And that's fine.
You're gonna drag him down with you?
No, I'm not. I'm saying what I'm saying is
let's hear from Mike.
Go ahead. Mike, what do you...
I'm gonna just say right now, the balance is off. I didn't watch Fargo either.
Mike, I really wanted you to see it, Mike. I needed you to see it. I believed in you, man. I was like, I missed it, but boy, Mike got it. Hey.
I'm sorry. I've never even like Panther said. I never even heard of this show either. And to be honest, I mean I don't mind giving it a try because most shows on FX do be pretty interesting. So I mean, I guess I can just add it to my watch list to give me something new to watch. So I ain't got no problem with starting something new.
My bad, y'all. My bad. It wasn't like I didn't watch.
I'm sorry, man. I ain't mean to make you go off like that.
Fargo
beat me.
Fargo ain't new. Fargo old as a bitch.
Yes.
The first Fargo movie came out like 20 fucking years ago, and they done did fucking a TV show for the last decade and a half. Nigga.
I saw Glory. I mean, I'm doing the best I can. But...
I'm quite sure you went to a couple of glory holes, but
see, I ain't say that. We ain't going there.
Yes,
Made a Freak League.
it's Death Note.
Yeah, facts. Let's move on. Leave the world behind.
I went online this morning and I rented us a beautiful house out by the beach. I figured if I made the reservation and packed our bags, it would eliminate most of the reasons to say no.
Oh, this is nice. Kids look so happy.
Robot. A font.
The Wi-Fi isn't working. Get a pad.
I'm so sorry to bother you, but this is our house.
This is your house?
We were driving back to the city, then something happened.
You want to stay here, but we're staying here. We need to get them out of here.
I need to think everything's gonna be okay.
Everything is going to be okay, isn't it?
We are seeing ongoing cyber attacks across the country.
Something is happening, and I don't trust them.
Everything I know, I have told you.
I don't believe you.
I would do anything to protect my family. What you do is your business.
Get in the car right now!
Haven't you been picking up on what's going on out there?
Whatever it is, it's happening to all of us.
I just want to know what is the truth.
Okay.
Sign me up. Sign me up. I'm robot.
I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm sold on that one.
Kind of
Yeah,
give
that
me
one looks
vibes
good.
of like, if The Happening was done right.
That's crazy.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, I definitely never looked at it like that. I won't be watching this. Just let me know how it turns out. So, like, yeah, I love you guys.
Why?
I don't know. That's that undertone always like when somebody shows me a trailer and there's like some shit up underneath of it that's gonna be really ugly or bad. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
It's a gamble. It's a gamble. I'm gonna watch it for you though. I'll let you know. But I feel you.
If it end up being some really super weird psychedelic shit that is gonna fuck my head up when I smoke weed, then once every decade, then like, nah, I can't do this shit.
Can't do it.
You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? Yeah, that's definitely it. All right, so let's go on to Lisa Frankenstein.
There's a young man. I talked to him. I wish I was with you.
Oh.
That's really weird, Lisa.
I'm the greatest. God created. Power dripping. On the mission.
Taffy says it's a waste of time to try and fix up ways. Better just accept a guy's flaws. Oh, that's so cute. I can't do that. Not until we bury the body.
There is no turning back now. I can't be saved. And in the next life they'll remember me. Remember me.
Really hope this goth phase ends soon.
All right, interesting. I know I keep dropping other titles, but it kind of give me Angry Black Girl and Her Monster vibes. But I mean, that's not my cup of tea. I hope y'all watch the review.
I'm not watching. Jennifer's body 100%. So when I saw that in the tag, I'm like, it makes sense. That CW zombie show. I'm like, there's an audience for it.
There's an audience for it.
100%. It's just that's not gonna work for me.
That's a fact.
That's not gonna work. That ain't it.
It's too cockety. So it's making me uncomfortable. And the male actor that's playing the
I wasn't really
character,
feeling it myself.
Yeah, I'm right. Exactly. I thought that was what's his name? But he's mad old. So him swapping spit with that little girl would have been ancestral. But you know, from all the
I don't know if it was used right.
Pirate of the Caribbean movies.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, it looked like a younger version of Johnny Depp. So I was thinking maybe they got his old ass and then just made his face look younger.
No, after that case, he gonna check ID for sure. Johnny Depp ain't doing nothing else.
Yeah.
So but that's weird. I mean, if I'm sleeping with a white girl at the time and then she wants to watch it, that'll be what we do.
That's what's gonna put you on that platform.
There you go.
I'm not gonna lie,
Right.
I was hoping it was going to go better the first 10 seconds of it when you see the guy hit his head. Because I wanted that kind of corny 80s, 90s, Encino Man type of thing. And then it kept going further, and I was like, no, you lost me.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to some blackness.
I don't understand why you have to formally invite your parents. You know they're coming.
The invite's here. I love that she went with Antique Sage.
Is that the more expensive one?
Our one and only daughter is getting there. Do not talk to me about money right now.
I still think they should have just eloped.
Marshall, you think I should give him a +1?
He's your man of honor. If he's single, he'll come stag. Otherwise, he'll bring someone.
But what if he brings Marie?
Welcome to Tampa. Lizard, you're getting married. Can you believe it?
Surprise!
This place is perfect.
No, I'm too dignified of a man to be on the beach.
I specifically wrote +1. Anyone but Marie James. I mean, I just don't understand how someone else can book the bridal suite during someone else's wedding. It's me. I'm the bride.
Lizzie, we can trade that.
No, Marshmallow. I said we can have the better room. Are you? That woman is a disaster.
I have to do special brownies for my sister.
Just bake as much pot in the batter as possible.
The most important day of our lives, and you were asked to bring anyone except Marie.
Oh, God.
I can't believe you just stole a trolley.
What are you doing with my wedding dress on? Get this party started.
You better get up while I do.
What did you put in those brownies?
Baby, somebody need an EpiPen?
Ow! We should really respect nature.
No, wait, no, it's on my hand. It's on my hand.
To the bride and groom, raise your glasses to the bride and groom. Y'all should elope.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm actually first I want to let everybody know if they're watching. We're definitely gonna review this one next week. I'd love to see the black films, indie black film, and then it be at a quality, you know what I'm saying, that can live up to the best of them. So I'm really excited to watch this one.
Agreed. Panther.
I want to
Same
watch it. I'm
here. It
curious.
seems like it might be a good one.
Movie, Mike, you just seem to be so unenthused. Like you just really don't even want this one. You like, man, fuck this.
No,
one.
because like when I see, it's like, don't get me wrong. This is what I do. Like, if a trailer catches my interest, like, okay, I'm gonna watch it, but I don't want to give off that like, oh damn, this is definitely gonna be good. I want to try. Like, okay, if it catches my eye, say I'm gonna watch it, I'm gonna do it, and then when I see it, that's when you'll probably see my enthusiasm come through more than anything. Because I don't want to get excited, and then I'd be like, I don't fucking like this movie. This movie was fucking trash. I got excited for nothing.
It happens sometimes.
It makes it better on a double back.
Right, it does.
I'm gonna be all excited, and then be like, yo, all of that excitement was for nothing. Look at how this person ruined my life. So, like, you know what I'm saying? I would like to say thank you, gentlemen, for tolerating me throughout this process and being on time. This is such a great episode. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any comments, anything you want to add, if there's any films you want us to watch, if there's any TV shows you want us to tap into, just let us know. And I totally freaking forgot. God damn it.
Feels good.
Before we get out of here,
Feels good.
Shut your ass up. We got to do our top 10 horror films.
Yeah, because Halloween is next week.
So, I went to IMDb. Actually, I just did a search for the top 10 horror films, and then IMDb came up. So, I want us to go through our list real quick of black horror films. So, which ones can you remember? Let's see. So, all right, I'm gonna make a keep document real quick. That's gonna be blank, and then I'm gonna take notes and we're gonna put them on the screen. So let's see, black horror films. We're gonna go around the room one at a time. So Lingo.
Yes.
What is your first submission into black horror filmdom?
All right, so this film, it's from 1984. Okay, now technically this is not a horror film, but my young ass watching it scared the shit out of me. So I'm putting it on this list. Okay, it's called The House of Daz Dreer. All right, now
House.
I just said it. I just sent you a little late. All right, The House of Daz Dreer. So this film basically was about some people that moved into a house in rural Ohio, and then they discovered that underneath the house there's actually a area to help runaway slaves get away, and the ghosts of the runaway slaves were still haunting that space underneath the house.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
Yeah. So when I was younger and I watched this, it was one of those.
Oh.
It was one of those, TV straight to TV movies, and it had a pretty decent cast at the time. They actually still phenomenal actors to this day. You know what I'm saying? Did you pull it up? Oh no, you put it on the list.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you good. Howard E. Rollins Jr. You know what I'm saying? It scared the hell out of me. So I have to put that one on the list. Even though if I watch it again, I probably it's just more of a message about slavery. But
all right. So, movie Mike, what's your submission into great black horror films?
I'm gonna still say Tales from the Hood. Just throw that up there. I know we didn't review it, but it's all good. I would just still throw that on there because, for one, that was one of the few black films you ever horror film wise that you would see that was like an all black, and it's like that. And plus, like I was always intrigued by that film. Like I saw it like when I was a kid, but I didn't get to catch it from the beginning until I got older. But I really did find it. It was like, as we all know, it was like a Tales from the Crypt thing, but with a whole black cast. But I really did enjoy it for what it was. Now, the second and the third one, I'm not going to get into that, but I would just throw that one in the mix.
All right. Dad Panther, what's your submission into the black horror films?
I'm going to go Get Out.
Ooh, thank
I'm
you.
going to go Get Out. It's recent. The story that it tells, if you were in theaters when it came out, it was packed. And a lot of people, regardless of the color of the skin or how much money in their bank account, didn't understand kind of what they were seeing. It was cool to watch content creators break down all the elements, and even didn't matter if you're a person of color. There was stuff that was deeper in that you didn't see, that someone had to tell you of it, and it still hits true today. So I think Get Out is going to be one of those we keep talking about.
Okay, cool. I am going to submit. I think it's a horror film. Vampire in Brooklyn.
We did talk about that.
Eddie Murphy. Mm-hmm. That is one. Yep.
All right. So, movie lingo, sir.
All right. Okay. So I know we already talked about this one, but for me, the whole execution of it, especially in a genre where everybody was just stalking people and killing, and this one didn't go that route. It was more of the psychological. I'm gonna go with Candyman.
Next. All right. All right, movie Mike.
I think my next one's gonna have to be The People Under the Stairs.
Ooh.
Is that black people?
Well, it had a black lead.
That works.
I'm about to say it had a black lead and the main character was black. And so what I just figured again, hey, how many horror films you ever knew where the main lead was a kid, a black kid at that? It was a kid we all knew as well. So and plus, I can actually say this real quick, not to get dragged, not to take up too much of the show. I just want to say I always did like Wes Craven's films. Like every time I always found his direction, the way he does films was always very intriguing to me. So that's another reason why I would put that on the list.
All right. So Mr. Dad Panther.
It's going on there. It's going on there twice. And just for the record, we can't be saying it no more. We at the damn limit. Okay. Number 5, but the new version. I'm gonna save one because I feel like someone's gonna fuck it up and say it. We at 4 if somebody say it. But take number 5, use the 2021 version. I thought the storyline
twice. It's a franchise, just a franchise.
It was told in a different story. You had a black woman who's the director. I thought it told its own story, even though it wasn't the same. So that's what I'm going with. Now, if you're gonna make it where I can't put it on it, then I would go with a backup. I would say Shocker. If you're gonna, you know.
All right. And you said Shocker?
Shocker. Yeah, if that gets kicked off the list, Shocker. It was a movie with I think Peter Berg before he was a director. I shouldn't have watched this movie as a kid. He was the dude was a criminal, and I guess he made a seance with a deal with the devil or something. I don't know. He stuck his finger in an outlet, travel anywhere electricity goes. He was just killing motherfuckers with electricity.
When's the last time you watched that?
It's gonna be a while if you tell me this movie was something different.
I mean, no, you're right. You're right. It's just I think nostalgia has you putting that on the list because I actually just watched that like 4 months ago.
I wanted to watch it again,
and I couldn't finish it. I just was like, this
that
I
bad?
can't do it. It is that bad.
Oh man. Oh man.
All right. So Rotten Tomatoes gave us their the essential black horror films. And it's got Bones.
Snoop Dogg.
All right, Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Knight. Tales from the Hood.
Demon Knight was
Who
a black
made
film?
this list? Who's the expert of this list? Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, the experts. Okay.
All right, let me
I like Demon Knight. Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. I didn't know that was a black film.
Neither did I.
All right.
I didn't either.
Yeah, Blackula. I don't consider Blade to be a horror film, but it could be.
No. But
that was on my list.
Ma needs to be on the list.
Yeah, Ma was on the list. I have it right here. That was gonna be. I should have went with it.
And then JD's Revenge.
Black Box.
Black
That was a good one. Blade again.
Blade again.
I think it just scares them with a dude with a sword.
A black dude with a sword.
Yeah, it just scares them.
Death by Temptation.
So any brother, got you.
Zombies of Sugar Hill. Vampire.
I need to watch that.
Beloved scared the shit out of me. Eve's Bayou scared the shit out of me. I never heard of Boy Beyond the Door. Ganja and Hess, His House.
Wait, they put 2 on the same list. Okay.
All right, Candyman. Attack the Block. Is that really a horror movie?
I mean,
that was more sci-fi action, if you ask me.
Sci-fi action, yeah. Alien invasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it though.
Yeah.
I owned it on the first time I ever saw John Boyega. Us.
Same here.
Which I liked, and I know a lot of people didn't like, but I did like it. And then Night of the Living Dead. Would that be considered a black film?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think that's a black film. And then of course, Get Out will be number one. So I just
that Night of the Living Dead, is that the original one?
Yeah, that's the original one.
Yeah, it's the original one.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely not a black film. All right. So let's go over what we have. We got House of Dies Dryer. Tales from the Hood. Get
When
Out.
you say it like that.
I know. I'm horrible. I'm sorry. Vampire in Brooklyn, Candyman, People Under the Stairs, Shocker, Bones, Ma, and can I put Us as number 10, or did y'all have something else y'all felt like deserved to be on there more?
Thanks for the ride, lady.
I don't have anything else to toss up.
Let's do it. Us.
Yeah.
Tell us how you feel. Mike,
I can't think of nothing.
The black man?
I can't think of nothing. Whoever did the Creep Show 2 invitation, I was gonna say that was a good one.
You know what?
Anybody see the Blackening?
Yeah, I saw it. I loved it.
I thought it was good, yeah.
Even though I thought it was more of a comedy, but whatever. So that's the official list. Y'all feel nobody's feeling good about this list. Let's just leave it at that.
Let's take Shocker off and put Us in his place.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm 100% fine. I'm gonna try to watch it again before Halloween. Because
try. Good luck, brother.
it was that bad.
It was that bad.
It sounds like something that needs to be on Black Watch Theater.
Yes.
Or at least look at the trailer. I don't know. Maybe that's that's as much as we do.
He said no.
Not now.
Fingers.
Speaking of, I haven't done any commercials. Let's watch the trailer for the upcoming Black Watch Theater and get the fuck out of here.
Hi, my name is Robert Townsend, and it's hard to make a movie in Hollywood, but I did, with the help of a few friends and a few credit cards. What's the line?
I ain't be got no weapons. I ain't be got no weapons.
My film's about making it as an actor in Hollywood.
The only role they gonna let us do is a slave, a butler, or some street hood or something. Don't sell out, brother.
Oh, promised land. Melon soda?
But the real trick is finding a juicy role when the odds are against you.
Good luck, brother.
What we're looking for is an Eddie Murphy type.
What is happening with your cool vines?
Thank you.
You're the worst actor I've ever seen in my life.
Then they said I wasn't black enough for the part.
Ricky, can you tell us what you've been doing since you've graduated?
Well, Robert, I've played 9 crooks, 4 gang leaders, 2 dope dealers. I played a rapist twice. Whoa. That was fun.
They'll never play the Rambos until they stop playing the Sambo.
I just want to be me. I don't want to be Eddie Murphy.
He's the one we want.
I just want Hollywood Shuffle.
Now that was a good movie.
I love this movie. It was genius. Go see it today, please. Because I got to pay off these credit cards. Tell your friends about it. Lots of friends. Your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, maybe your ex-wife. Take a bum to the movies. Go see Hollywood Shuffle today, please.
Goodness roses.
Yo, first, I need to shout out to Dad Panther for reminding me of that one because that's how it ended up on the list. Totally forgot about it. When he threw it out, I was like, oh, yes. We got to
do more for Robert, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Ladies and gentlemen, I haven't told y'all, but like I'm sick as shit. Like my throat, it's hard for me to talk. So
Damn, really brother.
Pushing through the whole night long. So I'm like exhausted just from talking. So I want y'all to have a wonderful night. Y'all tune in next week for this show. I forgot the name of it that fast. And,
Real reviews.
My nigga. And with that being said, we out this bitch, man. Peace.